Hey, it's Ari here. Hope you're doing well. In this video, I want to talk about why I am going all in on YouTube and why you should as well if you're looking to grow any sort of online business. And most likely, if you're watching this video, chances are you are into the online marketing space and you have a product that you're promoting, or maybe you have your own product or service that you are trying to get traffic to, and you are wondering, where exactly should I put all my attention? Where should I focus on building an audience? And in this video, I'm going to share the reasons why I've decided, after 8 years online, why I believe YouTube is the best platform to start in 2025 and beyond. Most likely the next few years, and probably for quite a while to come. So to preface, I have tried pretty much every marketing strategy out there. Well, most of them at least. I've tried Facebook. I've done the going in Facebook groups, adding people, adding like 10 people a day in, make money online business groups. I have also done, cold messaging. I've also, tried following a script. I've also, at one point, was really focused on TikTok and, posting the short form videos. And I had a ton of those accounts going viral. I had a ton of sales coming from TikTok. And so that was the result of following trends that were working, quite a while. So I'm kind of moving around because I want to get like the best, sort of lighting here. There's like a big tree in the way right here, so I want to try and hopefully this is looking good. But yeah, I've tried TikTok. I've had success with that, and then also I got my first initial breakthrough online with YouTube. So YouTube was actually the platform that I really started to focus on back in summer of 2019. So I've actually been creating content on YouTube for about 6 years now, actually, believe it or not. And YouTube was where I had my first initial breakthrough online. So I was putting a ton of focus into creating, majority of the videos that I was doing was like the screen share videos where I would show my computer screen and I would talk about different side hustles, different work from home jobs. That's kind of what I was starting with. And then I also made video tutorials about affiliate marketing. And I also I did a few product reviews as well. Those did really well for me. And so out of everything that I have experienced, and I've gotten sales with all the main social platforms. I've also done a little bit of paid advertising as well, had a little bit of success with that. But I want to talk about why YouTube. Why is YouTube the best platform out there? Well, the main reason why YouTube is the best platform to use is because, number one, it is a search engine much like Google. So YouTube is actually the second biggest search engine out there. And so understand that when someone goes on YouTube and they search up something specific, okay, they look up a review of a company, right? Let's say you were an affiliate of, let's say the 15-day challenge, the Legendary Marketer company. Let's say you're promoting that, right? Someone searches up 15-day challenge review and your video happens to come up, right? So you're giving people exactly what they want when they search up something on YouTube versus someone on TikTok, they're doom scrolling. And, yes, TikTok is going to show them content that is related to stuff that they are already consuming. So if they're consuming side hustle content on TikTok, they're liking videos about different side hustles and they're commenting, and then you happen to make videos talking about side hustles, yes, most likely they are going to, show videos that are relevant. So you will get somewhat of a targeted audience when you use the right keywords and hashtags and all that, and you have the text on screen. However, with TikTok, you have to really be able to hook people within the first second of the video. And so people naturally have a much shorter attention span on TikTok, and people generally do, kind of anywhere nowadays, but they have a much shorter attention span on TikTok. And so that makes it more likely where they're going to scroll away from the video. And so, with TikTok, typically the videos are about, 30 to 60 seconds that you're posting. So if you want to do videos any longer than that, and you want to really build a connection with your audience, right up front, you want to build trust as fast as possible, then naturally it's going to be easier if you do that with long-form videos, like with YouTube as well. And so another comparison that I'll make is, of course, Facebook, right? So Facebook, again, people are scrolling. It's more of a social media platform. Yes, they do have like a search feature in it as well, and you could search for groups and you could find content that way, but ideally, it's more of a warm market. You have your friends on there, maybe you have some, somewhat of an audience that trusts you there. But with YouTube, if you're trying to find new people, then it's that much easier because, again, you don't have to reach out to people. You don't have to talk to people one-on-one. You just focus on creating simple videos like this. And so what I'm doing right here is something that I believe anyone can do. You just pick a topic that you want to get into, and you could just do simple videos like this. Pull out your phone, hit record. You can get a tripod. In my case, I'm holding it's a tripod stick. You know, it's both a selfie stick and a tripod that I'm like holding it in this video. But yeah, you could just talk about specific search terms that people are looking up, and then you of course talk about that, give some value. You give a call to action at the end to check out your recommendation or the thing that you are promoting. And so that is ideally the best way that you could start as a beginner. And so the other thing to be aware of is most other social media platforms out there, especially TikTok and Instagram Reels. In my case, I've had several accounts on TikTok get shut down even when I did nothing wrong at all. And so there might have been a handful of times where maybe I said something that was kind of hypey, but overall, you know, for the most part, I was just replicating other videos that were doing well. And so that's kind of what most people are taught to do, but it's very random in a sense where sometimes you could have a video that goes insanely viral. You get tens of thousands of views, which I've had multiple videos go viral. And then other times you can post that same video on a separate account, and then that video gets taken down. It gets flagged, and then, or either that or they don't push out the video at all. It gets maybe like a couple hundred views at max. And so it's very random in a sense where you have to be continuously posting. And so ideally that is the case with YouTube as well. However, with YouTube I found it's much more reliable. And so if you are, for example, you're posting, let's say 2 or 3 videos per day on YouTube, and you're doing that consistently, you are getting in front of a targeted audience, and you have a good call to action, that's almost a guaranteed full-time income if you really stick with that for at least 6 months to a year. Versus with TikTok, you could have an account that's doing very well, but then they can take your account down at any point. And so that is also the case with Facebook. In fact, someone else that I know that I follow recently had his Facebook account completely shut down when he did nothing wrong, and that was because it was linked to an Instagram account, and the Instagram account got flagged somehow when he wasn't even active on that account. So it ended up getting the Facebook account that was tied to it shut down as well. So it does happen on YouTube as well, but it doesn't happen nearly as often as it does on the other platforms. And so generally speaking, if you to get banned on YouTube, you have to be like saying some really like messed up things, or something along those lines there. And so that's really the main benefit when it comes to starting YouTube. And of course, the quality of the traffic that you're getting is a lot higher compared to other platforms out there. So people on YouTube, they spend 5 minutes, 10 minutes with you before they check out the offer, and by the time that they get to the product that you're promoting, they are that much more interested in potentially buying right away. And so of course, the other thing that I want to mention with this is you ideally do want to be building your email list. You want to be sending people to a capture page. But another benefit that I will mention with YouTube is every single video that you create on YouTube, you can easily take and split into multiple short form clips, and you could post them on TikTok, and then you could have that traffic going back to your YouTube channel. So for example, this video that I'm filming right here, what I'm going to aim to do after I get this posted is I'm going to use a tool like Descript or Opus.pro, and it'll spit out like, potentially 50 or 100 clips, in the vertical style with the captions included, and it'll have a description and all that with the hashtags, and you could just do that and have, clips of your videos going on the other platforms. So, and you could also post it on Facebook, you could have it embedded on a website. So there are many different platforms you could leverage simply with just one YouTube video per day. So that in my opinion is the real benefit. And so yes, you could do TikTok videos and then post them on YouTube as well, but I find that doing one long form video, at least one of these per day, will allow you to build up massive traffic from multiple different platforms. So hope you found this helpful. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you want to see more videos like this, outside, talking head videos, me just sharing, tips and trick ideas, then be sure to let me know your opinion down below, what you think of these types of videos, and let me know if you want to see more. Be sure to subscribe so you could get notified when I post something new. And also, I'm going to be releasing free trainings on this channel very soon as well. So if you want to learn more about YouTube, and you want to learn how to get traffic from YouTube or even other platforms, then that's what I'll be releasing for free on this channel for you. So that being said, hope you found this helpful. Take care and see you in the next one.